It's been a difficult day. PM has just announced that Associate Professor Faishal has resigned as a political office holder, as a Member of Parliament, and a member of the PAP. Now, the essential facts have been set out in the PMO statement and in the exchange of letters. Professor Faishal himself has accepted that he had exercised poor judgment in the way that he handled the interactions with the female member of the public and had not established clearer boundaries. He acknowledged that his conduct fell short of the standards expected of him, and he offered to resign. He has taken full responsibility for his actions and decided to step away from politics. He has also asked for privacy for himself and his family during this difficult period, and I hope that everyone will be able to respect that request. This is a difficult outcome for Professor Faishal, his family, and indeed all who have worked closely with him over many years. We know that many residents and supporters will be disappointed by what has happened, and we are deeply sorry to have let them down. Maintaining high standards of integrity and conduct is fundamental to the PAP, and we will continue to hold ourselves to those standards. Professor Faishal has made significant contributions to Singapore over his 2 decades of public service. Most recently, as acting minister in charge of Muslim affairs, he provided dedicated leadership to the Malay-Muslim community. And as an MP, he also served his residents diligently and with commitment. We want to thank him for his many years of dedication, service, and sacrifice to Singapore. Now, for now, the other MPs of Marine Parade-Braddell Heights GRC will continue to serve residents and ensure that their needs are well looked after. Speaker Sia Kem Peng will say more later. And looking ahead, the party will make additional arrangements to strengthen the team here, so residents can be assured that addressing their concerns and continuing to serve them remains our top priority. Thank you.
We have the first question for Nick.
Nicholas?
Mr. Lee, thank you for your time. Just to ask the first question, now that Mr. Faishal has stepped down, how will the team be well positioned and able to respond and represent the needs of the Malay community here in Parliament?
Well, first and foremost, all the MPs will serve all the communities, including our Malay-Muslim community. But as I said earlier in my remarks, further arrangements will be made in due course to ensure that the team here is strengthened and well-positioned to be able to serve all residents, including the Malay-Muslim community.
Mr. Lee, just to understand, what are these additional arrangements? Would this perhaps be by-election or something else?
No, I think we will make sure that all the existing MPs step up, step forward, look after the residents of Kembangan, look after all the communities in Marine Parade-Braddell Heights GRC, including the Malay-Muslim community. And in due course, we will make further announcements about how we intend to strengthen the team here in Marine Parade-Braddell Heights GRC to serve all the residents.
Minister, Fabian from CNA. So back when Madam Halima resigned from Muslim UT GRC, right, Mr. Zaki moved over as grassroots advisor from neighbouring Choa Chu Kang GRC.
Yes.
Can you just give us a flavour? Will such an arrangement be likely this time, or could there be something else like a non-MP minority member who takes on the responsibility?
Yeah, there are many possibilities. This is something that we're actively working on, and further arrangements will be announced in due course to strengthen the team here in order to support the residents.
Minister, I'm Joyce from the Straits Times. May I know what was the nature of the messages? Were they romantic or improper? And when did the interaction started and end?
Well, as the PMO statement has outlined, all the essential facts, the key is that ultimately Professor Faishal recognized that the communications, the interactions with this female member of the public should have been, he should have exercised better judgment, and that he should have drawn the boundaries more clearly. The interactions, as the PMO statement made clear, were mostly online interactions, and there were a few physical engagements at public events.
When did they start and when did they end?
Well, I think the issue was brought to the PMO's attention about a month ago, and the PMO looked immediately into the issue. PM asked that this matter be looked into, and this has led to the events of today.
Without going into the private details, what does the party understand that led to have involved?
Well, the party has made clear to all office holders and all PAP members of Parliament that integrity and conduct must be of the highest standards. And where an office holder or MP has conducted himself or herself in a way that compromises that, whether it's a lapse of judgment or a failure to draw boundaries clearly, then action has to be taken.
Any question? Can you share where you're from? Singapore.
Will a by-election be called since that there's no minority representative in this GRC and that the runway is still 4 years?
Yeah, there will be no by-election called. We've seen that in the Jurong GRC situation, in Sengkang GRC. The key is whether the residents' needs are adequately provided for. In this case, the 4 other MPs for Marine Parade-Braddell Heights GRC will step forward, put in extra effort to ensure that the residents of Kembangan are taken care of all communities, of all backgrounds. We will serve them with all our heart. And as I said earlier, we will make further arrangements in due course to further strengthen the team.
Thanks from Malaysia. Can I ask, this will be the second change to the Minister in charge of Muslim Affairs in less than a year, and now Mr. Zaki Mohamad is taking over. So how do you think this will affect the Malay-Muslim community and the PAP's relation?
Well, certainly the Malay and Muslim community will be concerned because the Minister for Muslim Affairs looks after their specific issues, concerns and aspirations. But our commitment, the PAP government's commitment to the Malay and Muslim community, as well as all communities in Singapore, remains firm and clear. And we will make sure that we support Acting Minister Zaki Mohamad in order to represent the concerns of the Malay and Muslim community and support them in their aspirations and address the concerns that they have. And Acting Minister Zaki Mohamad had spoken earlier today.
Minister, there are some who feel that Prof Faishal stepping down is too harsh, at least based on what has been shared publicly, notwithstanding the fact that he offered to. Would the PAP have allowed him to stay on as an MP if he did not offer to resign?
Well, the standards that we hold all our PAP MPs as well as office holders to has been clearly outlined. PM sends out the code of conduct to all office holders and to all MPs every year. This is very clear. What is key is that Professor Faishal acknowledged on reflection that there had been a lapse of judgment and that he had fallen short of the standards of conduct expected of him and indeed of all PAP office holders. And his action of offering to resign is the correct one. It is a painful decision. For him, it's a difficult situation for us, but we think this is necessary in order to uphold these standards and to ensure that public trust in our politics is retained.
Given that MPs frequently communicate with residents through WhatsApp, social media, what boundaries should MPs observe and what safeguards should be in place for both MPs and residents?
Well, the code of conduct for all office holders and MPs applies to our everyday actions, whether it's physical interactions, whether it's online communications, whether it is in the things that we say and do. And I think when it comes to online communication, this applies with equal force.
Well, okay, I'll give you the last question.
How damaging is this episode to the public trust in your team?
No, when these things happen, it is always painful, it's always difficult. People will, of course, be concerned. They'll be unsure of what the situation is. We want to assure them that in doing so, we seek to uphold the standards of conduct and integrity that the PAP government upholds and measures itself against, and that we will double down on looking out for their interests and needs in order to maintain public trust.
We have any other question first? Okay.
Mr. Lee, Prof Faishal was seen as part of the 5G cabinet. Do these latest developments quicken the urgency of a reshuffle?
Well, the PM has always emphasized the urgency and immediacy of renewing the leadership team. Indeed, I think he said recently that shortly after taking office, he recognized that he had to keep renewing the team. And I would say that regardless of whether this happens or not, PM is very focused on ensuring that there is a good pipeline of Singaporeans, not just of caliber, but of integrity and willingness of service to step forward and serve Singaporeans.